Hey everybody, it's Wibblebury back with another Robocraft video. This one's going to be a little bit different than what I usually do. I wanted to do a patch preview video, but I'm experiencing a pretty serious bug right now that won't let me finish my megabot. So as you can see in front of me, I've got what looks like a semi-truck, but most of its framework. I'm stuck at 4700 CPU. I can't put anything else on here and have it save. So what I mean by that is if I put a few more blocks on here and try and go into a practice mode, it will remove those blocks that I placed on and revert my build back to what you see right before me. So I'll actually show you the bug really quick, and again, I'm sorry for the delay on this. I was waiting to see if they were going to release a hot fix for the bug that I'm experiencing so that I could release a proper patch preview video with a proper megabot build, but I was unable to do so. So bear with me on that, and as soon as I get this bug fixed, I will have some megabots rolling out here for you guys. But you can see I've got 3 layers of white cubes here, and this is just for this demonstration so I can show you the bug that I'm experiencing. These could be any cubes, they don't have to be tier 1, they could be tier 10, or they could be cosmetic cubes or wheels, whatever. But if I add any more blocks to what I have now, then I won't be able to join a match and have that save. So let me show you what I mean here. If I push tab, no error message. So right now I'm clean, I'm good, I can go into a match and it's no problem. But if I throw on any more blocks, and I've already tried building in a different garage, I've tried uninstalling the game and reinstalling the game, nothing really seems to work. It's a Robocloud error, so I'm thinking that it doesn't have anything to do with my end. But you can see I've added another layer of white cube, so it's 4 high now, and when I push tab, I get this error message. Unable to save your robot. Reason: big DB garage check failed. The database object cannot be larger than 500 kilobytes. The given object was 500 kilobytes. So if I add more blocks to it, this number will go up. So the more I build onto it, the higher this is. So for some reason or another, it thinks my robot, the file size for my robot, is larger than I guess what it should be. So I don't know why that is, but you can see it says Robocloud error. But anyway, so if I go into practice here, you can see that actually it's kind of hard to see at that angle, but I'm back down to 3 rows of blocks again. And when I leave the match, I get the error message again, and my bot reverts. So you can see the stack's only 3 high again. And all the blocks that I placed on top are no longer in my inventory. They'll reappear if I relog. I actually should have more blocks than this right now, because they should have been sent back to my inventory when they took them off, but it hasn't registered yet. But anyway, so I can't finish my robot. It's really frustrating. So devs, just letting you know that this bug does exist, and it is extremely frustrating. So please, please, please do what you can to get that fixed, because I have tried pretty much everything, and it's been really frustrating. The other big things to note with this patch were the removal of the rectifiers and the changing of the badges. So the rectifiers, as you can see, are no longer in the game. You don't need to unlock them or anything. They took them completely out, and they replaced what you had in your inventory with RP. So whatever, however many rectifiers you had, they just gave you the RP value for them, and they took them out of your inventory. I do kind of have a small problem with that. I did pay GC for some of my higher tier rectifiers, and I know you're probably like, well, that's your problem. Why would you do that? Because they're really cheap and you can easily just play a match and get a rectifier. Well, I had some GC left over and I didn't have any RP, and I wanted to finish my build, so I spent GC on it and I got RP back. So that was kind of a little slap in the face. And I know that they probably didn't track who spent what on what, so they probably didn't know that I spent GC on it. But just the fact that they're taking items out of the game like that was kind of a disappointment to me. I thought that maybe they might make them like cosmetic, like just revert them into a cosmetic item, add them in here, and start selling them for money, because I really like the way they looked. I use them for handles on cars, I use them for grills on trucks, I use them for slits in castle walls, for like the little arrow archery windows. I use them for a lot of stuff, and they just up and took them out of the game. So not only that, but you can see they changed all the badges to flags, hollow flags. And don't get me wrong, I do like the way the hollow flags look, but I liked my badges, and I've got now over 13, I think, well maybe I just have 13 or 14 Japanese hollow flags that I don't really have a use for anymore. I bought them because they looked like eyeballs back when they were badges, and I used them a lot on a lot of my creative builds. For example, my whale, which no longer has eyeballs, or my turkey, which now has flags sticking out of his head. I really wish they would have just made flags and implemented them into the game as just new items, and I got to keep my old badges, I would have gladly spent more money on more flags, and I would have been happy. So Freejam, if you watch my videos and you're listening to me, why you do this? I want my badges back. I want my rectifier back. I want to be able to build a megabot. This is so frustrating. Please.